Internships, a period of work experience offered by an organisation for a limited amount of time in order to gain knowledge or qualifications. The catch? You may not be paid a single penny for your time. A report by the IPPR claims that while around 11,000 internships are advertised each year, the real number could be 7 times this. James Barker is a 38-year-old journalism student at Teesside University and has completed a number of unpaid work placements during his studies.
Over the course of my studies, I've worked for BBC Tees, I've worked up at Global, which covers Capital, Heart and Smooth FM. I've worked for local radio stations, local TV stations, and also a couple of magazines as well, freelance writing, pretty much all of them unpaid.
Of the 10,000 graduates who are in internships 6 months after graduating, 1/5 are unpaid. And with a 10% increase in employment within TV, radio and film, the number of unpaid internships on offer looks set to rise.
I think there is a fine line about getting experience and then getting used. I think that there should be a cut-off point. A week with a company where you get to shadow somebody and see how things are run. If they want you to continue working for them, then yes, they should pay you, and they should pay you a fair wage.
Unpaid internships are legal as long as they are limited to 1 year and part of a placement attached to a university course. Employment legislation states that anyone who is acting as a worker must be paid. However, the government says that genuine volunteers are not entitled to the minimum wage, which some employers are using as a loophole.
I think the industry does need to change. I think it has to recognise that there are a lot of people that work in the industry for free, that give up their time with a hope, a glimmer that they're going to get a job at the end of it.
Gina Bolton, news editor at BBC Radio Sheffield, explains the internship scheme in place at the BBC and the broadcaster's attitude towards unpaid work.
It does, but it tends to be quite limited, not just in the amount that there are available, but also the length of time we offer, because it wouldn't be fair to have people working here free of charge all the time, effectively doing a post. So we keep placements down to sort of 2 or 3 weeks, and we tend to focus them on broadcast journalist students who will get the most out of it.
In 2015, more than half of jobs in the creative industry were filled by people with a degree or equivalent. 31% of creative industry jobs are based in London alone, with the cost calculated at £1,000 a month.
I just think that if it's something where it is a job that is required, where someone is needed to do something, then that should be a paid job. For example, we have days when we're short-staffed, so we buy in freelancers. Now, in theory, you could instead put in an intern, but that would just be highly inappropriate because we need someone to do that job, therefore they should be being paid to do so. Anything where you're actually using someone on a free basis, on a regular basis, and they're doing a job that really is a full-time job, then it's just not appropriate, wouldn't be used, it's just not right.
Campaigners have called for an outright ban on unpaid internships, but with such unclear legislation, it is unlikely that things will change anytime soon.